Hey, my right eye is slightly nearsighted, according to a test I did yesterday. So, I'm fucked. Anyway, that's not the point of the video today. Today I'm going to be doing Things 12, where I talk about things. So yeah, this is better. So let's start off by talking about the so-so, the meh tracks that are released from the past 30 days or so. First of all, Aminé, Campfire, featuring Injury Reserve. And this track is a lo-fi banger. It's kind of fun. It's a low-key banger, not lo-fi, but it's a low-key banger. And it's a little bit fun, but it wasn't too whack or special or anything. So there's that. And then there's ASAP Rocky, ASAP Forever, featuring no one but Moby. And this track is a trap banger, and the flow is kind of boring, but it wasn't that bad of a song. The melodies, the music behind the bars is actually okay in my opinion. So let's just leave it at that. And then we have Azealia Banks with Anna Wintour. And it's really jazzy, groovy, and the drums are kind of tight on this track, but overall it's a really predictable, R&B pop song. At least that's how how it feels. So yeah, not that special of a track. And then we have Beach House with Dark Spring. And I seriously don't know where Beach House is going on their new album this year, but this track, again, it's really relaxing, entrancing, but it also has this strange ominous feeling to it that's pretty cool. But overall it wasn't anything that special. And yeah, it's just the usual, beach house stuff. Yeah. Alright, let's get into Calpurnia, Finn Wolfhard's band. Calpurnia, with their track Louie, it has this country flavor to it that makes it sound slightly interesting, but overall it still sounds like a high school band that doesn't have any. Yeah, it's not that good, but it's kind of boring. It wasn't that engaging or anything, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. Denzel Curry with Sumo. So before you hate me on not putting Denzel Curry on the best tracks, hear me out. So this is a really, really hard-hitting banger that's super fast-paced, and I love it. The flow is super good. But here's the problem. I have already heard enough trap bangers. Like, nowadays rap artists are just trying to make trap bangers again and again and again. Loud, whack, ouch, yeah, loud, whack, just aggressive trap bangers, and I feel like it's already become the norm, so I'm wishing for something even more. Surprisingly, I'm putting Diplo's Colorblind featuring Lil San on this section because the musicality, the melody of this track wasn't that bad, and Lil San, I mean, but he wasn't terrible on the track either. So this track isn't that bad, not at all. And then we have Florence plus The Machine with Sky Full of Song, which is a lo-fi pop single, I'm assuming, and it's kind of mediocre, a little bit forgettable, a little bit dry, a little bit drab, but it wasn't that bad. It was kind of abstract in a slightly good way, I guess. Hinds, Finally Floating, which sounds like another really, soft and blissful Hinds song. Hinds just dropped an album, right? So yeah, it's very blissful, but it's also kind of predictable, so pass it on to John Prine with his new single, God Only Knows. He also dropped an album just a couple days ago, and this track, it's really soulful, it's really deep and meaningful, but I mean, once it hits the chorus, it feels a little bit more strict and a little bit more, I guess, predictable and run of the mill. So I'm not feeling too much on this track. Rich Brian with Watch Out, another hard-hitting, aggressive trap banger that I actually kinda like, but however, again, trap bangers have already become the norm, and I'm wishing more from him. SOPHIE, new single, Faceshopping, and this sounds like her last single, Pony Boy, which is super whack and experimental with these hard-hitting, electronic, monstrous bass, just dun 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 dun, and it has a really weird music video that I actually like, but I mean, we've heard it before, so pass it on. Now let's move on to the worst tracks of the past month. ASAP Rocky with Bad Company. ASAP Rocky's verses on this thing is just goofy and all like, why? What's wrong with ASAP Rocky on this track? And overall, this track, it's a pretty boring, pretty mundane track. Calpurnia, City Boy. Now, again, before you hate me, listen up. Now, Finn Wolfhard is a pretty cool guy, but this band, it feels like a high school band that is formed because they have nothing better to do. Like, there are bands out there that are formed because they want to convey a message. They write really deep and meaningful songs, and it doesn't necessarily have to be deep or meaningful, but this band, it sounds like they're just idling. They're just not giving a shit in a bad way. Yeah, this is a very cheesy and toothless love song that doesn't sound like anything that fresh or new. It just sounds like everything that I hate about bad rock bands. And yeah, I'm glad that, Finn Wolfhard, he's an actor, okay, but this musician thing is a part-time thing. So I'm glad that a celebrity is forming a rock band instead of making trap rap or trash EDM pop music. He's making a rock song. I'm glad, but it still doesn't sound any new or any good. Anyway, Calvin Harris with One Kiss featuring Dua Lipa, and it has this 2000s, like late 2000s house electronic pop music throwback that is actually not that good, because it reminds me of everything that is bad about electronic house pop. So there's that. And overall, it's just a super, just what you would expect. Just a cheap pop song. But with all due respect, though, I mean, I don't hate any of these artists. CHVRCHES with Never Say Die. This is a very generic and mediocre pop song that is just cheap and not thoughtful. Lil Pump with Get It. I mean, Lil Pump is a funny person, and I like that. But you like this track, like wanna be grimy, but actually goofy bass, and the flow is again really repetitive. obnoxious, and overall it's just run-of-the-mill. Maddie with Embarrassed. Maddie's from Bad Bad Not Good, and Embarrassed is a really forgettable, really quiet track that doesn't sound like anything that fresh. Ray Shremmerd with Chanel featuring Pharrell, and this track tries to be a banger, but it just fails because every verse is just not good, not well done, not well produced. Ty Dolla $ign with Pineapple. Just like the Ray Shremmerd track, it tries to be hard-hitting, it tries to be a banger, but it just becomes this super bland, mundane, generic, like, rap song that doesn't go anywhere specifically. So, not impressed. However, here are the best tracks of the past 30 days or so. Drake with Nice for What. Now, the music video is kind of lame because it has all sorts of celebrities cameos in it. Yeah. With all due respect, by the way, the song is actually catchier than God's Plan in a lot of ways. It's actually way better in production, and Drake is being more open and versatile on this track. Flatbush Zombies with You and I featuring Dia. I forgot to talk about this track in the last Things video. And this track is melodic, the flow is super smooth and nice, and it's just, again, one of the best rap songs that Flatbush Zombies had ever put out. But I have yet to listen to their new album that is just out. Oh yeah! Ghost, Swedish heavy metal band Ghost, with their new song Rats. Ghost is back, and I am super excited. I love Meliora a lot. And they have released Rats, and it's this dramatic, overblown Ghost song that is really similar to tracks like Spirit or Cerise or Square Hammer, but it has its own style too, and the music video is really amazing. Not the best of the year so far, but it's kind of cool. It's the same director as the director for Cerise, so yeah, it's good. It's good. gobbinjr with Afraid of Me. This is a sweet little bedroom pop song that I actually enjoy. And then we have Hot Dad, This Wonderful Woman That You Are, song for Shania, whatever. And Hot Dad is coming out with another single this year. And this is super funny because all the lyrics of this track are actually comments from this woman Shania's Facebook account. And it's all like bad grammar and nonsense and bullshit. It's hilarious. And man, Hot Dad's album this year may be one of the funniest albums of the 2010s, just like Neil Sissy Erga albums. Anyway, IDK, Little Arrogant, featuring Joey Badass and Russ, them two together. You know, to be honest, Russ isn't that bad on this track. He's actually okay. He's actually okay. And Joey Badass, as always, badass. And this track is actually thoughtful. The flow is nice. It's not another trap mumble rap thing. It's actually, like real, how do I say it? Like real, true to itself rap song that's catchy and engaging, and I just love it. Kamasi Washington with Fists of Fury and Space Traveler's Lullaby. One of the biggest jazz musicians of the 2010s, Kamasi Washington, is back with 2 singles that are just 1 minute long each. And they are actually really well composed and really well layered, really well produced. But it's not the best, though. I'm kind of wanting more, but nonetheless, it's a great track because it's, it's giving me hopes, And then we have the Lemon Twigs with Foolin' Around. And this is late 60s, early 70s classic rock throwback that actually doesn't sound that mediocre or generic like the old Lemon Twig stuffs. It actually sounds kind of sweet. Sabrina Claudio with All to You. And this is this lo-fi R&B, sexy, smooth, wet track that is super seductive, and it's just, her vocals are just so angelic and soft, and wow. And then again, ended off with a high note. We have Tyler the Creator with OKRA, and this is a really nice trap banger. But what makes it different from other, normal trap bangers that I've mentioned from Denzel Curry and Rich Brian is that there's this soft piano break in the middle of these verses, and it's really cool. It's a little bit I guess idiotic, but that's the point. And I also find Tyler the Creator's verses on this thing monotone, but again, it's intentional, so it gives this very special feeling. And yeah, I'm hyped for some more new Tyler the Creator material. However, this track is a throw off track, so I don't think it'll be an album single. Who knows? Anyway, we have a new section of tracks, and this is melodic. Yep, melodic. And there's one song in here that is melodic, and that is CHVRCHES' new track, Coinstar, which is absolute trash. But but yeah, of course it's CHVRCHES, so what do you expect from him, right? But it's not one of the worst tracks. It's melodic. Admit it. It's not bad. It's melodic. Okay, let's talk about other stuffs. The Incredibles 2 had released another new trailer, and it's better than I've expected. I'm really hyping up for that movie, and looks like it's going to be a very fun ride of things, And the wife, I already forgot the name. The wife is going to be like the main person in this story. Like, at least, like, she's hired, and the husband is ignored, and he had to, care for the kids, and that makes for some interesting storylines. Dark Crimes trailer just went out, and Jim Carrey, isn't it? I think. And he's playing a serious role, like Eternal Sunshine. And I'm really, really excited to see Jim Carrey doing some more serious roles. And wow, he looks kind of scary, actually. So yeah. But what's exciting me the most this week is the new Death Grips album, Year of the Snitch Tracklist. They have released a video on their Instagram account, YouTube account, and it's the Year of the Snitch Tracklist. I don't know if I can show it to you right now, just on the fly. So yeah, this is the new video that they released. Yeah, here you go. Super abstract, experimental, whack snippets of random clips that looks super internet-y, like the nails and the dogs and people just doing crazy things. It reminds me of the dark, crazy corners. Oh yeah, that's gross. Like that tongue thing, it's gross. But isn't that the point? And damn, like these messages and Snapchat stuffs. No, that's not Snapchat. It's just messages, and yeah, super electronic, like meaning-wise, and industrial. And I don't want to show you, like, I don't want to play the sound on this thing. Watch it yourself. Link in the description. But we hear Stefan or MC Rai just yelling in a very electronic and industrial way, and that is just music to my ears. I'm not even being sarcastic. Like, this is art. This is art and just fun, unpredictable music and internet culture combined together. And here's one more special thing. Like, for every track, for every snippet of clip, we have a little ringtone. I don't know if it's ringtone, but a snippet of sound for each track. And my prediction is that this small snippet of sound is going to be sampled somewhere in their respective tracks. So, yeah, pretty cool. Like, yeah, like for Flies, we hear this little flute thing. I don't know. Yeah, and then in Black Paint, we have da-da-da. Maybe it's gonna be sampled somewhere on the track. Who knows? Now let's talk about the track list. 13 tracks. Death Grips is online. Yes. It sounds like the title of the track sounds like it's going to be another, like, I break mirrors with my face in the United States. And yeah. Number 2 is Flies, which sounds like birds. Number 3 is Black Paint, just cool. 4 is Linda's in Custody. Oh shit, Linda's in Custody. 5 is the horn section, and I'm predicting that either this track is going to be 6 seconds long or 6 minutes long. 6 is ha ha ha. I love ha ha ha. Like last year, I was like writing like stories and stuff, and I thought of a title, ha ha ha, just ha ha ha, and the description of the story is just ha 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 for like, I don't know, 30 times, 40 times, but yeah, ha ha ha. What if the entire song is just ha 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 ha? Like, what if ha 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 is the only line to that song? That will be really cool. Number 7 is Shit Show. Man, welcome to the shit show. And then 8 is Streaky, which reminds me of Snapchat streaks, but I don't know if it's about that. 9 is Dilemma. Number 10 is Little Richard. Number 11 is The Fear. Noided. 12 is Outro. 13 is Disappointed. So Outro is the second last track. The same way the Beatles put The End as the second last track in Abbey Road. Yeah, Abbey Road. And I'm actually guessing that the outro is gonna be a small 1 minute long interlude, and Disappointed is going to be like a 10-minute long experimental, multi-faced, electronic rap masterpiece, magnum opus or something. But I don't know. I have no idea. And if they release the lyrics again like the time they did to Bottomless Pit, I'm going to read it off, and I'm so excited.